Okay, we're going to do a video on the exercise we did yesterday. It's a 4x4 block, and we have a 2x2 inside of it with radius corners 375 thousandths. We're going to start at the top of this radius, and we're going to go in a clockwise direction. And of course, home right here, as always, is x0, y0. Being absolute programming. If I can minimize that, and we'll pull up CNC base. And the first thing we'll do is we'll click on File, New, and go ahead and give it general information. Turn our caps on. G90, absolute programming. G70 is inches. Give it a tool change. M06, not the letter O. T5 for an engraving tool. M03S for speed, maybe 2500 RPMs. And we're ready to start positioning ourselves. I'm going to pull up a split screen. That way we can see what's going on here. So if we look at our program, or our print rather, we're showing 1 inch in our X and 1 inch in our Y, but we have to compensate for the radius. So our first coordinates is going to be X 1 inch, Y is going to be inch and 3/8. That will put us at this point. And if I go here, X 1.0 and Y 1.375 happens to be this coordinates right here. Exit out of that, split my screen back. G00, X 1.0, Y 1.375, and we'll take Z within 100,000 of the surface, Z.1. Now we need to go ahead and pull a tool bit down. That's going to be a straight line feed. It's going to be a G01, Z minus 0.025, 25 thousandths of an inch, and we have to give it a feed rate, and feed is expressed in inches per minute. So that would be F20, so that would be 20 inches per minute. Now that we're positioned ourselves 1 inch in the X and 1 inch and 375 in our Y, we're down inside the part 25 thousandths deep, and we're spinning at 2500 RPMs. So now we need to take it to the top of this radius, which happens to be at this point. So we know that from the base to here is 1 plus a total of 2 is 3, minus the radius is going to be 2 5/8 or 2.625. So all I have to do, since I had a Go1 command previously, I just type in Y because it's modal Y, and it's going to be 2.625. The next thing we need to do is consider machining this radius. It's going to take a Go2 command because we're going in a clockwise direction. G02 and X comes first. So we need to find out how far it is from X is from home. So if I click into here, I know that the center of my radius, if I draw me a crosshair through here and through here, where they intersect is going to be my I and my J. First thing I need to do is find out where X is going to be. So from here to here is 1 plus my radius is 3/8, so that's going to be 1 inch and 3/8 in my X-axis. And if we go from the bottom all the way up to this line in my Y-axis is going to be 3. So now with that I need to find out what my I and my J is. I goes with X, so I is going to line straight up with my X, 1 inch and 3/8. However, my J is going to be descending in the Y-axis, and so it's going to line up straight here where the 2 and 6.625 measurements were previously. X out of that and type in my coordinates. X is 1.375. Y is 3.0. I is 1.375, and J is 2.625. Enter that. Now we have a straight line, and that's going to be in our x-axis only. So I have to give it a Go1 command. X is going to this point. So we know now that from here to here is 1 plus a total of 2 is 3, minus the radius is going to be 2.625 in my x-axis. Enter that. Now if we want to see what's going on, we can go ahead and click on verification, turn my window on, and verify screen. Let's pick to verify and see what it's doing so far. So far it's doing good. I can say OK to that, get rid of that, and just go back to my program screen. A little bit more room on the screen for us. There. Enter that. So next thing we need to do is go ahead and machine that radius. So from here all the way over to here is going to be 3 inches in our X, and we're going to be coming down to 2.625 in my Y. So G02 X first, and like I said, we're going to this point here. Make a little crosshair. So we know that from here to here in my X, it's going to be 3, and from the base to this point in my Y, it's going to be 2.625, and we need to find out what I and J is going to be. So from here to here in my X-axis is my I command, so that's going to be 2.625 there, and it's going to be the same in my Y-axis. So all of them are going to be 2.625. X is going to 3, Y is 2.625, I is 2.625, and J is 2.625. Enter that. Verify screen, verify program, bad arc. Pull this out so I can see what I'm doing. Go2, oh, I got a T right here. How about that? If I put a Y instead of it. That's going to make a big difference. There. All right. Got too many different things going on at one time here. Get back to my print. We just machined around this radius here. We need to get to this point, so that's going to be a G01 command. G01, and we're going in our Y-axis, and we need to get to this point. So from here to here is 1 plus our radius is 3/8. It's going to be 1.375. Enter that. Normal program stop. Okay. Now we're going to have to do a Go2 command to get to this point here. G02, X is going to 2.625. Y is coming down to this line, which is 1 inch. Y 1.0. And where's I and J going to be? So if I click here, here, and here. So we're taking it, Go2 is going to this point right here. But I need to find out what I is going to be. So from here all the way to here is 3 minus the radius of 3/8 is going to be 2.625. And from here, so that would be my I. Go ahead and do that. I is going to be going to 2.625 and 2.625 and J from the base to here is 1 inch plus my radius is going to be 3/8, so that's going to be 1.375. Okay. Let's go ahead and plug that in. I 2.625 and J 1.375. Enter. Now, let's get to this point. We're going to travel in our x-axis only. It's going to be a Go1 command, G01, and x is going to 1.375 because we are not yet to this point here. We are from here to here's 1 plus the radius is 3/8, so that's 1 inch and 3/8. Let's finish the program out to get where we started. It's going to take a Go2 command to get there. G02, X is going to be going 1.0, Y is 1.375, and here's where our I and J intersect. From here over to here in our I or x-axis is going to be 1 inch and 3/8, and the same in our x-axis from here up to here is going to also be 1 inch and 3/8. G01 command. X. I'm sorry. Yep. Nope. Right here. I is going to be going 1.375 and J is 1.375. Enter that. G00. Let's finish the program out with pulling our tool up. Z 3.0. Enter. X0, Y0. Enter M2. And it's my program. Now, let's go ahead and minimize this and get a verify screen. Verify program. And it's normal program stop. Machine the whole program around. Now, one more thing that we did yesterday is I go to edit and I go to renumber encodes. We're starting at on number 1 with increments of 10 and insert spaces. If I click do it, now we have color and we have numbers. We're showing the G codes in blue, the M codes in orange. My T codes are in purple, and the main color that I'm looking for is the red, which is my Z, which is my up and down. That lets me know whether I'm going into the workpiece. Right here I'm showing above it. Here I'm showing below it. And that should just about do it. Anyway, the test tomorrow is going to be very similar to this. Our stock material is going to be different. You're going to need to know how to change your stock material. You can do it 2 ways. You can click on this little X right here, and under our stock material you can change it to whatever I specify, 5x5, 6x6, 8x8, whatever. And you can also do it right here under our verify icon. Under verify settings, your view, you're looking at the top view. Your stock, you're looking at what type of material that you have or the size of your material. And that should do it.